tell us how you discovered what you truly do? Because it can be very confusing for us to actually pick where we want to go after high school.
Okay, I'm going to take that question. Hello, everyone. My name is Mary. So the first thing I would say is you are never there. You're never sure. When you see people that are probably doing great in their career path, no one has everything figured out. But the main thing to use and direct yourself properly is to ask yourself, where am I now? Are you in high school? Are you in the university? Wherever you are, what are you doing at that current time? Is it relevant to the next person? Is it making an impact? Do you have passion for that thing? Do you love doing that thing? Have you gotten people that say, okay, I really like this thing that you are doing. It has really impacted me. So if you have all of this put together, you can start from where you are. And with time, you get to see it clearly. Nothing is figured out from the beginning. But wherever you are, whatever you are doing, provided it's you are passionate about it, provided it's making an impact, even if it's to just one person, and you love what you're doing, start from there. And with time, it gets clearer. Let me just quickly pick something from what Cherry said. Cherry mentioned that there is something she started and it made impact, but currently it's no longer working, right? So it doesn't mean that that area was bad. It's just part of whatever you are doing now. Keep on doing it. With time, you will understand better. You might pivot to something else, or you might grow that thing. So just start where you are and you'll figure out where you want to go to.
For me, it wasn't like an overnight discovery. It was like a lot of little pieces just coming together. And for me to really like discover what I wanted to do, I was like paying attention to the little things that I was doing that made me lose track of time. The little things that maybe someone asked me to do something and I immediately say yes without thinking twice, something that I was passionate about. And it was also about listening to my heart. So listen to your heart, listen to like the little, like I was saying, it's just the little things you do adds up to what you truly love to do in life. Yeah, that's what I would just add to that.
Okay, thank you so much for what you said. So, as they said, it's important to focus on the little things that you do that actually build up. And for some reason, my video isn't working, so you will have to bear with me. But for our next question, confidence can be sometimes hard to build, especially at a young age. So, how did you learn to believe in yourself, and what tips can you share?
Okay, I can start with that. And my name is Ola Jumoke, and thank you for having me today. And so, one thing I'm going to say is yes, you're very correct. Confidence can sometimes be hard to build. But there's one thing for me while growing up, I've always just had the mentality of there's nothing I cannot do. Like even before really knowing God and even really knowing Christ. And because I was born on the 1st of May, just my personal experience, I've just always had it since when I was conscious of my month that it's first of the month. I just added that, oh, in everything I'm going to do, I have to be first. But that's just a personal experience. I've just always had it. For me to be born on this day, then there's a reason why I was. And so I've always known that, oh, I have to be the best at everything I wanted to do. And that has helped me even to like build that confidence, even when I'm in a room with many people that, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm the best, I'm here, I'm the best. Like, so I've always had that I'm the best in everything. And another thing that has helped me like to believe in myself is of course even getting to know about God and even about what it says about me. Even though I've always added that yes, I'm the best, but understanding even the scriptures and what God says about me has also felt that confidence in me. I can assure you that when I first entered university, I was of course, I loved to talk, but university was a different thing entirely. So most times, of course, I spoke among friends, but I couldn't I didn't have that confidence to actually maybe stand in front of people and speak. But one of the things that helped me, just like Cherry said, was volunteering. Like having to volunteer and having to do things, even talk, helped me also to build that confidence. And another thing was when I joined fellowship in school, I saw my peers, I saw people that were my age mates having that same confidence, and I knew that, oh, there's something I must be missing. What are you doing that I'm not doing? Then I learned that, okay, this and that. And from that, I was able to build that confidence, even from being an ESCO, like in my fellowship. That really helped me spending a lot of time with God, really seeing that I just all of a sudden, I know it didn't happen in a day, but that process just helped me to build that confidence. And today I can, stand in front of the crowd, say anything without being scared. But it's a journey. As much as some people might be born, as extroverts to be able to speak out there, it's different from confidence. Confidence is another different thing. So no matter who you are, whether you're introverted, extroverted, and ambivalent, confidence is something that you have to build. And for me, let me just wrap up by, talking with other people, volunteering, speaking with people, seeing other people being confident, just having that in mind that if they can do this, I can do it, so I can be this person. And of course, even my work with God, that has really helped me because I've been able to see that I am actually the best out there, right? Of course, we are a lot in this world and we are all the best in whatever we are doing. So that's has helped me to build my confidence and it has helped me to believe in myself. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to say for now.
Okay,
Okay, thank
thank
you.
you very much. Sorry, can I
No, I was gonna
quickly
ask
add?
if you had something to add.
Oh, okay, okay. So, I'll just quickly take from my book, Beyond the Books, and I'll pick something Jumoke said. It's not a day's journey, it's a gradual process. So if you have a pen and a paper, write these 4 steps down to help you build confidence. Number one is shift your perspective. I'm going to ask Jumoke, Cherry, Anu to confirm. Sometimes when we want to do something, do you have negative thoughts or not?
Yeah,
Like you tell,
definitely.
yeah, sometimes your mind tells you, I can't do this. There are so many good people out there. Why me? Those negative thoughts, it's normal. So shift your perspective. When you get those thoughts, say positive affirmations. Tell yourself, I can do it. Like Jumoke said, you tell yourself, I am the best out there. So number one, shift your perspective. Number two, prioritize self-care. Take care of yourself. How do you want to look? Present yourself well. Let me say, for instance, you are called to talk at an event or to do something. Look good, appear good. That alone gives you self-care. If you're wearing a torn cloth, no matter what you know in your head, you will not be confident to speak. If your hair is roughly made, no matter what you have in your head, you'll not be confident to speak. So number two is prioritize self-care. Number three, embrace continuous learning. It's okay to make mistakes. Many of us make mistakes. Even now, I might have made mistake in what I'm saying, but in my next talk or my next engagement, I will do better. So embrace continuous learning. And number three, practice confidence, even when it does not feel like. I won't lie to you, you might hear that I'm a PhD student, I'm this and that. But I was scared when I was told to come and talk to all of you. But even if I felt uncomfortable, I chose to do it. So every day or every week or every month, what are those things you are scared to do? Challenge yourself to do it despite how you feel. So practice confidence. That's what I want to add.
Thank you so much. So, as you've heard, it's a gradual process. So, keep trying, shift your perspective, prioritize self-care to embrace confidence. Thank you so much. Now, Anu, even though you're a 19-year-old Bachelor of Commerce student, but you are also playing an active role in your family business. So, my question for you is that as students, how do we manage a work-life balance? How do you balance schoolwork and explore our personal interests and passions?
For me personally, it's all about your time management and being intentional. And one thing I strongly believe is if you're truly passionate about something, you will always make time for it. So a practical step that I do is I plan my week ahead. I have my journal on my phone. So I just have like a to-do list, or maybe today I need to get this done and that done. I need to dedicate a certain amount of hours for school, certain amount of hours for the business and things like that. So it's all about just planning and being passionate about what you're doing, even if you're juggling like your school, your personal interests and your passions, as long as you love what you're doing. And as long as you're organized, you're intentional about making time for some certain things, it will all work out and it's a balance stuff. And also putting God first. God is important in everything we do. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, now this is a question open to anyone. What are some qualities or habits that helped you grow as a leader?
Well, for me, I would say, one thing is it all starts with the mind, like having that mindset that you are a leader and that a lot of destinies are resting upon your shoulders, and that will even like help you to be able to like choose the qualities that will really help you well. And one of the qualities or habits that has helped me to grow as a leader is I believe so much in integrity. Like you just have to be a person of integrity. And that's the only way you can even feed other people. That's the only way you can bless other people. That's the only way you can help other people. You have to stand for the truth, for what you believe in. You have to be trustworthy. And another thing is excellence. I honestly perfectly believe that in everything you do, you have to do it well. Because, of course, you might think, oh, I'm just out there representing myself. No, you're representing your creator, God, the person that has created us, representing Christ. And so even if God is excellent, then we have no other choice than just to ensure that in everything we do it excellently. Because that's the only way even people out there are really going to see that, yes, this person is actually doing this and this person is doing it well. And that's the only way they'll even want to learn from you. Nobody wants to learn from someone that is not excellent, or for someone that just does things like shabbily. Oh yeah, well, you said I should do it and I've just done it, whatever. No, you have to change that mindset and know that I have to ensure that I'm excellent in everything I do. And another thing is being diligent. You have to be diligent. Nobody is going to give a lazy person like work to do. You have to be someone that people can trust, that if I give this person this thing, this person will deliver. So that's another quality that I have, because leadership is not just about the title. I know in Anu's bio that she said it was like that was part of the things that was mentioned, right? It's not just about the title. It's not about the position. It's about what you do every day. And so you have to ensure you're diligent. And one last thing I'm going to say, because of time, is that you cannot afford to be ungrateful. That's another thing. So gratitude is another thing, because that's an attribute of a true leader. You have to be grateful to everybody out there that is helping you, because see, we cannot achieve anything by ourselves. The great leaders you see out there are people working at the back end doing great things, like helping them ensure that they can stand, they can meet all the commitments, they can do everything they've told you they will do. Like using my experience even in government, yes, you see the ministers out there, you see the deputy ministers doing wonderful things, but the policy analysts, the workers in the government, we are the ones doing the job. And that's the way they can like go out there. So, and they have to obviously like let us know, like feel valued, feel loved, feel like coming to work every day. And so that's how also I believe that as a leader, you have to ensure that everybody working with you, they have to know that they are cherished, that they are cared for. Because at the end of the day, together everybody achieves much. We can achieve things, a lot of things by doing it together. And that's what teamwork is all about. So those are the four things I'm just going to mention: excellence, being diligent, being grateful, and of course, integrity. Thank you.
Okay, so from what I understand, of course, as a leader, you give your 100% to everything and you're kind to your team, you're dedicated. But like as girls, sometimes we face barriers when we try to lead. So what challenges have you faced and how did you manage to overcome them?
What challenges have I faced as a girl? As
Yes,
a
trying to lead.
Okay, well, of course, they say that it's a man's world, but like we all know, it's just about how you see things. You know, the number nine, I like using this example. If you're looking at nine from the other side, you might see six. And if I'm looking at it from my side, I'm seeing a nine. So number one is just see, the mind is very powerful. I know that there are a lot of challenges that as a girl, especially when they say it's a man's world, that we might encounter. And from me, I sometimes I can be in a room and I know that, oh, the men are more like they're the ones really even doing the things and the girls are just like put behind. Let me share an example. Like when I was in secondary school and maybe they want to choose like a class captain and everything, they first look at the guy. Oh, who's that news guy? You know, very hardworking guy. Let's use him as the class captain. And I'm like, what are you saying? I'm a girl. Yes, that's my gender, but that doesn't say that I don't have the skills, the resources, the talents, anything any other guy out there might have. And so for me, as much as different challenges might come, I just tell myself that it's just a mindset thing that no, I can do this. What a man can do, a woman can also do it, right? I don't want to say a woman can do it better because a man too can do it actually. So a woman too can actually do that and do it well. And I can keep on mentioning like different challenges I've encountered, like in secondary school, university, but I still just tell myself, no, I am the one that can determine who I want to be. It is not you. It's a mind thing for me. Like, even though you think I can't do this, or even though you think this profession is not for me, you know, even back in Nigeria, of course, I know this is a global meeting, but you know, back home they will tell you, oh, you're not supposed to be a woman cannot be a mechanical engineer. Oh, it's a man's job. I'm like, what are you saying? No, it's not. Like, so for me, it's a mind thing, and I've decided to see myself in that light and in the light of what God has said about me. God didn't say is a man that can do this, is a man that is the light of the world. No, he said you are the light of the world. So I choose to see myself as that. And that has really helped me even maneuver the different challenges that has come my way, that is coming my way, and that will still come my way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, Cherry, I know you've talked a lot about how you built your confidence and you were able to start all these programs. But if a student has a great idea, what do you think is the first step they should take to bring it to life?
If a student have an idea, I think the first step is actually to write it down.
Oh,
Ideas sometimes come to me like just out of nowhere, and I don't draw it, if I don't like record it down, it just leaves my mind. So first, I would recommend them to write it down, see it visually, and then start doing some research into it, looking into what you might need to accomplish this idea. For example, if you have an idea to start a new club, then look into what the club might need, like resources or any possible advertisements, or if there's any plans you need to do. If it's like a different idea, for example, if it's like a project, then look into what skills you might need. What kind of is it going to be a long-term project, or is it feasible in like a couple months, couple weeks, or even couple days? Once you figure out how long it takes, try to do some like practice or research into like the kind of skills you'll need. Sometimes the skills might be out of, like, you don't have those skills yet, so you could do some certain practice or certain learning exercises to gain these skills, and once you do, slowly work your way towards those ideas. And it's important to like get started on the idea. Sometimes you have an idea and then the it's just there, it's not being done, or it's not being brought to life. So I think the biggest first step is to have the idea, then is to actually get started on the idea. Getting started is a very big step for anything. Yeah.
okay, thank you so much. Does anyone have anything they would like to add to that?
Um, yeah, sorry. Hope you don't mind if I quickly take you back to the Jumoke answered.
Oh, no, of course.
Okay, so Jumoke said a lot of things about qualities of a leader, which I also attest to that. One of the things I will add based on what she said is humility. As a leader, you need to be humble. And for you to be humble, you have to acknowledge that God gave you that position. And you also have to acknowledge those that you are leading. So if you are humble, there's one thing you need to do. As a leader, you need to acknowledge when you are wrong. Sometimes as leaders, we make mistakes. But because we don't want those that are leading, we don't want to feel less of ourselves. We find ourselves wanting to still claim right, even when you know you are wrong. A leader that knows how to accept when they are wrong, apologize if it needs to be, will have followers that also listens to them. And this humility also comes into play as ladies, as women, as a girl child. Because ordinarily, the male world, not everyone, but most of the men, they are already wanting to take your position. They feel you are not worth it. So the idea is not to fight them head on. The idea is not to take a man's role or take a man's role and act like a man. The idea is to use feminine power and take that role and do it better. So if you are humble, you won't take their antagonism as something you should fight head on. Your power comes in your excellence, like Jumoke answered. Okay, you are given this position. Why not give it the best? Let us not, as ladies, decide to feel like we are fighting to take a man's role or to do what men are doing. We are fighting to take a role that we are capable of taking, and when we are giving, we give excellence. So our femininity has power. Let me give an instance. Most of us, our fathers are the head of the homes, right? But when you want something in the home and you ask your father, what does it tell you? It tells you, go and ask your mother until she says yes. It shows that the idea of men being the head, it's more of what it is. But women have the real power. So the bottom line is be humble in any role you take. Do not fight men head on. Do not try to be antagonistic. Respect everybody that you are leading, both male and female alike. Do not be defensive. Your power comes in when you give excellence. When they say, Esther, Mary, Angel did this job and they did it excellently. So that's what I would like to add.
Okay, thank you. Okay, but you just told us about leaders and being good leaders ourselves. But what about if we aren't leaders yet? What do we look for when we should choose someone that would be a leader to us, our mentor or our role models? Anyone can answer this question, by the way.
Okay, a good leader is always a good follower first. So when you want to choose your leader or your mentor, ask yourself, what will I want in a leader? Or for all the time I've been more probably a student or a follower, what didn't I like in a leader? And what did I like? Now, this helps you to streamline what you're expecting, either in a mentor or a leader. Then secondly, that mentor or leader you want, they have to align with your values. Now let's go to social media. Some of us have people we follow on social media. You just follow them. You don't know why you follow them. You follow them because you see them having 1 million followers. But is this person influencing you right? Let me give an example. You are following someone that is it has 1 million followers and is an actor. Let me say acts movies. Is that your trajectory of your career, of your life? If not, then you are following the wrong person. Even if the person that is in that career path, that value you're looking for, has only 10 or 50 or 500 followers, that is what you are looking for. They have to align with your values. If not, you're wasting your time. So values have to align. What you like, how do you want to be treated? Also, when you see a mentor, you want to reach out to them. Reach out to their mentees. Ask them, how is this person with you? How do they relate with you? What have you learned from them? This also helps you to choose the right mentor or leader. Then I'll quickly say something. You said, what if we are not yet leaders? Everyone is a leader. Maybe you are an elder child, you're already a leader. Maybe you are in grade 6, you're already a leader to somebody in grade 5, grade 4, grade 3, grade 2. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you are in any position of your life. There are people that are looking up to you. You're already a leader to them. So all of us are leaders in different capacity. Leadership does not just mean because you are in one high place, then you no. At every point in our life, we have had the opportunity to be ahead of somebody. So what are you modeling for the person below you? So I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did answer my question. Thank you.
Just
I,
to,
I,
sorry, just to piggyback off what Mary just said, when looking for a mentor, you need to look for character over popularity. You need to look for someone that will challenge you, not just cheer for you. You need to look for someone that will tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. You need to look for someone that will also care for your growth, that has integrity, and you need to also pay attention to how they treat people around them. So I'll just add to what she just said. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
just to
That was
say,
very that was very insightful. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
yes, I do. And just to answer that last question, the other part that Mary, when you asked about what if we are not yet leaders, and Mary has obviously answered the question so well. And I just want to add that leadership is about being like the leader of you. You have to, that's even how it starts. So it's not until you get that position or that title, the fact that you can even lead yourself, that's already leadership. The fact that, like Anu said, planning a day, having that, okay, this is are the things I want to do for this week. That's already leadership. You're already leading your own self, because if you cannot lead yourself, you cannot lead others. It's not possible. And so being able to lead yourself, that's already you showing leadership. And so it's not in the titles or the positions or until you have like 20 people you're leading. No. So leading yourself is how even leadership begins. Thank you.
So we must show leadership even if we don't have the title by first starting to lead ourselves and have these good qualities that other people can emulate. For our next question, we've talked a lot about leaderships and about mentors, but another good part of this is about the education and the opportunities and the scholarships. So many students dream of winning scholarships or joining global programs. And Cherry has spoken a lot on this, but you can still add more to it, Cherry and anyone else. So what practical advice can you give these students?
Okay, I'll just quickly add, and that is, there's nothing that you've ever done up until now that is small. Knowing how to present yourself. For instance, we're talking about Anu that's running her family business. Some people feel family business is not part of an achievement, but the way it was presented, we see it as she is running her family business. Sometimes some of us have done so many things. Maybe growing up, you were helping your mother sell in the market, you were doing one or two things, you were selling something in school, and you downplay those things. You don't know that you've gotten so many things out of that. Now, when you're applying for jobs or applying for scholarships, they want to know what is your experience. And instead of you going to go and forge things you've not done, you can restructure what you've already done and package it better. For instance, you were selling with your mother in the market. I was running my family business. And this is what, and this is what, and what I did. My family business that started at this is now at this. So whatever experience you've already gathered, make sure in opportunities, scholarships, education, you are asked or you have an opportunity, try and present yourself well, package it well. Don't downplay anything you've done. Whatever you've done is what amounts to where we are now.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else want to add anything to that?
Yes, please. And so
Okay.
what I want to add to what Maria said, I mean, she has said it so well. You know, there's a quote that says, if you do not raise your price, the world will never raise it for you. And so, like she has mentioned, even I know running a family's business, I mean, even if what she's doing is not like she's the like operational manager or something, the fact that she's even doing that, that's already something. And it's even how you sell it, like in writing, maybe the statements, personal statements you're asking you during the scholarship process or whatever it is even how you even write it down that matters because I do not know what you're doing. But when you can sell yourself so well, then we can see is that, wow, so you did this. And the other thing, other practical advice I'm going to give students is that please, like in school, try and get like the best of the best of the best grades. That can never be overemphasized. That is very important, right? Someone like for me now that I had to from Nigeria come to Canada via scholarship, one of the things that helped me was because I had good grades in school. That's because I dedicated myself ensuring that while I'm in school, I came to school to achieve some things, you know, having goals. Okay, this is my vision. This is what I want to get from school. And by God's help, I was able to even attain that. And that grade was part of the reason why I got that scholarship. Of course, there were other things too that added to it, you know, volunteering experience, selling myself, that's very important. But you have to have what you can sell in the first place. So if I didn't have all those things, then I wouldn't have been able to sell it. So that's another thing. That's another advice.
Okay.
I've,
So what we can learn, oh,
sorry.
add what you want to say. Oh, it's
I
okay.
just have want to add one more thing. One thing that me personally I did was I kept a record of like my achievements, my volunteer work, and some leadership roles because our brains can only remember so much. I learned this from someone a little older than me, something I think a few years ago, and she was saying that before like you even start applying, before like you even get to the point where you can apply, where you're eligible, you need to start keeping a record. Maybe like every month, you just look back at your month. Like, okay, so what was my what did I achieve? Like, what was like a major thing that I achieved this month can that I can use in my scholarship applications and different things like that. So just keeping a record so you don't forget or miss anything that can make you stand out. Yeah.
To build
Okay.
off of that, actually, I find that it's particularly helpful to take like pictures of what you do. Because sometimes in scholarship applications, they want to see like visual proof that you've been doing all these things. Not all, I understand that not all activities allow you to take photos of like participants, but sometimes you can even take like a selfie of what you've been doing or different things. This way, it helps really visualize all the things you've done. And I want to emphasize that some scholarships do require video interviews where you're being recorded on like a screen, and I would recommend everyone practicing for those because those can be very nerve wracking.
Okay, thank you to all our speakers for talking on this. And from what I've learned from this, it's that we should, like, while everything we're doing is important, we should have good grades. So we should take school seriously, but we shouldn't downplay all the other things that we do. Don't downplay your little things because if you're not talking about it yourself, then the world isn't going to talk about it for you. And of course, we should document what we do if we can, of course. So thank you so much again. And now, how can students present themselves confidently when applying for these leadership programs or these scholarship interviews that we've talked about?
This might sound like a very normal, casual, a very cheesy thing. You might have heard this before, but it's a good practice to use the STAR method. The STAR method would be situation, task, action, and results. So by following this structure, you get to cover all the things that they might be asking and they might be looking for. So what was the situation? What was the task that you had to do, what action did you take, and what was the result of that action. And by writing that, it helps breaking things down in parts, and the scholarship committee might have make it easier for them to see what it is.
Okay, and then with all of these things, what actually kept you motivated to keep pushing forward when things got tough, whether it was in school or work or life?
Okay, I would say reviews are powerful. And reviews doesn't need to be so extra, but as mentioned about documenting things that you do, sometimes when I just feel like what I'm doing is not making sense, someone just comes to me and tell me, Mary, you did this so day, you told me this, and this is how it helped me. It pushes me forward. So whatever you're doing has to make impact. You might not know it is making impact. It might just be a post you're posting on social media saying something, and someone comes one day and tells you, this is how this changed my life. So most time that pushes us. So I was speaking to someone recently, and I told her that if you've not gotten these reviews, do not feel bad to ask. That way, you see sometimes maybe you visit the hospital, they follow up with you and ask you, how did we do today? So if there's any place you are, any institution you are, and you've done something, ask for reviews. Do you have teachers? Do you have mentors? Ask them to tell you how you are doing, where you need to change. Even if someone corrects you, they will still point out one or two things that you're doing right. So always feel confident to ask for reviews. It helps you do better, and it also encourages you that what you're doing is not in vain.
Yes, thank you, Mary, for saying that. That's very important. Review is very important. And that's the same thing as feedback, hearing positive feedback from people. It can go a long way. There's some times when you might be even having a bad day and someone just compliments you that, oh, you're looking very beautiful today. That alone just sparks you up like, oh, wow, really? Of course, you know that you're beautiful, right? But because someone else told you, you're like, and that can just brighten your day up, and then that day that might not be going so well before, just everything just changes. So thank you, Mary, for that. And another thing I would love to say is knowing that this, whatever it is you're doing, it's not only about you. There's a bigger purpose. As much as that might sound like that's okay, let me say it this way. Knowing that what you're doing is not just about you alone. I'm not saying you should remove you from the picture. Of course, you're very important. It's all rests on you. But knowing that, okay, fine, this thing might be tough, school might be tough right now, work or life might be tough right now, but there are other people, there are other destinies resting upon what I will achieve from school. There are other destinies resting upon what I will achieve from work or life. That it's not just me, right? That the fact that, okay, if I can get this done in school, I'm probably going to impact, even if it's just one person, because that one person too will go ahead and impact another one person, and that other one person too, and that's how it's going to, keep going. So I've learned in life that whenever I'm feeling like, oh, I just want to give up, I don't want to continue this, I just try and, recalibrate my mind that, oh, no, you have to do this. You can do this. You have all it takes, because I'm trying to look at the future. I'm trying to not be myopic. I'm trying to see that, oh, if I can actually get this done, there are a lot of impacts that I can make and that can further like impact generations, people. And so that is something that I do that's really helped me, because honestly, we're in this world to achieve, to do something, to achieve, a purpose, to fulfill a purpose. And that's something that has really helped me, that okay, I have to actually fulfill this purpose. It's just like a puzzle. You're a piece in that puzzle, and you being able to fit into that puzzle and being able to like do what you're supposed to do to ensure that puzzle is complete has been something that has helped me. So I see that way, that life is just a puzzle, and then we're pieces, and we just have to ensure that we fit into that um puzzle so well, so that God's purpose on earth here can actually be fulfilled, and we can actually do it so well. Thank you.
Thank you. Now that we've talked so much about you growing as a leader, getting to the top, having the best grades as we all reach for the top, but how can young girls support and uplift one another instead of competing with each other to achieve all these things?
Okay, I'm going to come in there. Um, this is a very important question. This is a man's world, right? But the reason why this still stands is because we also have ladies like us antagonizing ourselves. So I want to put it out to us. Let us have this at the back of our mind. If you are in a work setting, you are in a school setting, and peradventure, a lady gets to take a position in school, please stand behind her. Even if you wanted to go for that position and you realize that, okay, out of 5 competitors, 4 are men and 1 is a lady, do not compete with the person. Instead, stand behind her. Because this is the major problem we have. If we have women supporting women, we even go further. Now, I'm really glad this question came up because this is International Day of the Girl Child. And I like what Jumoke said about purpose. Your purpose does not start and end with ending up having a family. A family is part of the purpose, but your purpose is bigger than that. So, in whatever you are doing, the reason why we women now go to school, we pursue careers, is because your purpose is to the wider world. So, for whatever you are doing, support another woman. If you are having, and probably you are having an event, invite women. Don't be like me 10 years ago. There was a time I used to say, I prefer hanging out with guys. I prefer male friends. It's not that there was anything wrong there, but I was blending more with guys. But I started priming myself to realize that, yes, you can have male friends, that's fine. But I started priming myself to realize that women are the people that will actually stand by you regardless. We hide under the excuse that if you have a female friend, you're always quarreling. Women like quarreling. Yes, quarrel and trash it out. But it is that woman by your side that whatever happens, she can relate. If you're having struggle climbing the ladder in your workplace, she can relate. If you're having probably woman issues, menstruation hormonal issues, she can relate. So let's not be antagonistic to ourselves. Instead, let us support our fellow women. That's what I want to add.
Okay, thank you. Before we open the floor to questions from the audience, finally, if you could share one piece of advice with every girl listening today, what would it be?
I would say don't let fear make you play small. Don't let the fact that you're uncertain about the future make you just put yourself in a little box and not put yourself out there and try new things.
Okay.
I would
Anyone add to that?
I would say, remember, Rome was not built in one day. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable and take it one day by one day. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Cherry.
I will say, no matter where you are, no matter the country or the continent, push yourself. And in Africa, we have religion. And religion is that excuse to empower women. I want you to remember we have people like Judith, Esther. We have people like Deborah that were in the Bible that went beyond what society wanted them to be. So if anybody comes from the angle of religion to you, remember these people, read about them, and push yourself as far as you can. Esther was only able to help her entire community because she pushed herself and got to the topmost. The only way you can help people around you, both male and female alike, is to the top. You can't do it from here. So push yourself and achieve that purpose God created you to achieve.
Okay,
And for
thank
me,
you.
For me, I'm going to say that know that you can be anything you put your mind to become. There's nothing that you want to be that you cannot become it. And so you just have to believe it. Because see, the mind is very powerful. I don't know why I keep saying the mind, but it all starts from that. Your mindset is powerful. Even that's why Romans 12:2 says that you transform our minds we should transform our minds, right? We should renew our minds every day. And so that's very important. We have to ensure that we have that, mind shift, knowing that, see, there's nothing you cannot become. There's nothing. There is nothing. There's nothing like impossibility. Even impossibility is I am possible. It's just from where you see it from. And so that's something I'm going to say. And I'm just going to live with this. Just believe that you can become what you want to become. And then you have to start seeing yourself in that light. You have to behave it. Even though you're not yet that thing, you have to behave it. And then that's the only way you can become that thing. Thank you.
Thank you. So, a quick recap of everything or most things that we've learned today is that we must take on the challenge, even if things start out difficult. We should participate in a lot of things that we want to participate in. We should be ready and willing to show our skills, show that we're dedicated. So, we should do what will make us stand out. So, don't just pick a lot of activities, but pick quality over quantity. Connect your story to what you think the university is looking for and practice. Embrace your confidence, plan a week ahead, have a daily journal, ration your time for what you're passionate about. So don't say, I'm only going to take school important and leave all the things I actually want to do, because having fun is also important. So do your activities, do the things you're passionate about while taking school seriously. And as leaders, we're all leaders. We're leading the people younger than us, we're leading the people below us. So we should be humble and acknowledge when we're wrong. We should be good leaders and also be good followers. So look for the mentors that you think will give you the things that you desire in a leader. Thank you again to our panelists. So now the I open the discussion for the audience. And the first question I'll take is the one by Somkele Eku. So doesn't having goals reduce overall happiness, because you won't be satisfied until that goal is complete, because causing the need for another goal, creating a cycle. An excerpt from the book The End of Procrastination.
I would say, contrary to that, it's goal that keeps us going. Why do you sleep and wake up in the morning and you feel like standing up from the bed? Because you have something to do. And why do you think they will tell you that somebody that is stinkingly rich was depressed and committed suicide? Because there is nothing to chase after anymore. So we wake up every day because we have something to do. Now, having a goal and working towards it is different from being over ambitious. Because sometimes, let me give an instance now. 10 years ago, or when I was in secondary school, or 20 years ago, I wanted to be I wanted to be a professor. And this is 20 years later or less than that. I'm on the track. But if at that time I was seeing that professorship as something I have to achieve now, it's going to stress me out. It's going to burn me out. You have to break down. That's why they have what they call long-term goals. You have dreams. Those dreams keep you going as long as you have life. Then you have long-term goals. You break them down to short-term goals. Then from short-term goals, you break them down to the daily tasks mentioned. Having to start that task, and after the task, you move to the next. You are still working towards something. We're not saying have 10 dreams at the same time and you become insatiable. No. We are saying have a broader dream. I will not call it goal now, call it dream. Create a long-term goal from it. Create short-term goals from it. Create tasks to lead to that. So it's from A to B. For instance, you were in primary school. What was your focus? To pass common entrance. And you passed it. You entered secondary school. What was your focus? To pass either SAT or WAEC. Then you enter university. So as long as you're alive, you still have more things to do. It doesn't mean you will not be satiable. It means create what is realistic. Have one dream, Break it down, start from small, and pivot. We did not say have 10 dreams and become insatiable.
Thank you so much, Mary. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Mary. Yes, so like she rightly said, you have to have goals, right? It's very important because that is what keeps you going. And another thing I'm just going to add is that, okay, so what is the motive behind the goal you've set? Like, why have you set that goal? What is the reason? So that's another thing, because sometimes if you set a goal just for yourself, for your own personal gains, and then you don't achieve that goal, that's when you can feel that like unhappiness, like, oh wow, I didn't, at the end of the day, I wasn't able to do this. For example, now Mary that has added from when she was a young age that she wants to be a professor. Her being a professor is not just for herself, it's for the impact she's going to make even among like people, students, women, men, right? So it's not just like a personal thing, it's just for me. No, it's because of the impact. So that's the thing. We have to know why we are setting these goals in the first place, like the motive behind it. If it's for your personal gain, I can assure you, even when you achieve that goal, that happiness is even temporary. That joy will not be there, right? That happiness might come for a while, but that's just it. And then you're going to want to try and do something else because the motive is not right. But if the motive is right, that joy you derive at the end of the day, it's going to even keep you going to want to like do more things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if you don't mind. I want to take us to our current situation, the generation we are in. For example, set a goal that you want to purchase a human hair of 500,000 and you are still a young student. It is a bad motive because it's not like the hair on your head at that point is not good. It's because you are influenced by what you saw on social media. And because you have set a goal that is not even beneficial to you, or as Jumoke said, to the world at large, you can't achieve it and you become unsatisfied. You start looking for dubious means to raise that money. So please, your goals should have impact. Do not be influenced by social media. Don't be eager to buy a dress because you saw someone wearing it. Meanwhile, you still have clothes in your wardrobe. I know we as girl childs or girl children rather, we have this influence a lot. You want to look like the other person. Someone like me, you can hardly influence me. I can wear one cloth for 10 years as long as it's still looking good. We're not saying look tattered or untidy, but don't allow pressure to make you set goals that are not relevant for even your future self or people that you are meant to impact.
Okay, thank you. And if no one else has anything to say, I'm taking more questions. So if anyone else has a question, then just raise your hand and ask. Okay, does no one else have a question? Okay, then thank you to our wonderful panelists, Anu, Cherry, Mary, and Olajumoke. You guys have given us a wonderful speech. You said a lot of amazing things on setting goals and becoming leaders and what we should take from this program. And now to end this program, we will have our closing remarks by Dr. Grace Oluwadebi, the founder of Success Waymarks Foundation, one of the wonderful people who have put this program together for us.
Thank you so much, Esosa. Thank you, everyone. It's really amazing to be part of this program. So on behalf of the organizers of the events, just like Esosa said, the program is put together by Success Women Foundation and Swiss Africa, as well as RFG Impact. So we want to extend our heartfelt appreciation to everyone who has contributed to this program to make it a very successful one. Our dear speaker, Sherry Wang, we thank you. We appreciate your time. And our panelists, Anu, Jumoke, Mary, we appreciate every discussion here. It's been very insightful, very inspiring. We thank you so much. And our amiable moderator, you've done so well. Thank you. And for every girls out there with the energy you have brought in, if you're not here, we cannot be talking to ourselves. So we appreciate everyone. for the time they have spent here this afternoon or evening. Probably you are joining me from another place. So and as we bring this year International Day of the Girl Child to close, I want you to be reminded that every girl carries within her a spark of greatness and a voice that deserves to be heard. You've heard it all from the stories, ideas, and dreams shared today from our panelists, from the leaders who have spoken today. And they have assured us that you're not just a leader for tomorrow or for the future, right? Here, or what you are doing, you are already a leader. So you are innovators, you are agents of positive change in your community, in your home, in your schools. So, and you are there to shape your world, to shape your environment. So I want us to have this in mind. So to every girl out there, believe in yourself, embrace the gifts of God in you. Whatever God has placed in you, know for sure that is a gift, and never stop shining the light. The world needs your voice. The world needs your vision, and they need your values. So I want to say happy International Day of the Girl Child to everyone, and to our moderators, to our panelists and our speaker. Thank you so much. We'll keep your contact. We'll be having it every year by the grace of God. And also we'll be bringing other interesting program your way. So stay tuned. You'll be hearing from us, and have a nice afternoon or weekend wherever you are. Thank you so much.